Hi everyone, welcome back. So this is going to be how we learn our lesson each day. So I'm doing your direct teaching number 1 and your checkpoint number 1. So you can see it here. We're going to start focusing on writing an equation and then substituting the value in to solve for a solution. So let's start with Claire. Claire is 5 years older than her cousin. How old would Claire be if her cousin is? Okay, so each time we're going to be adding 5 to whatever her cousin is. Okay, so if her cousin is 10 years old, she is 5 years older than that. So 10 plus 5 is 15. So Claire is 15. If her cousin is 2, we're going to add 2 to that 5, giving us 7. So if her cousin is X years old, we're going to add the 5 to that X. X is an idea, right? It is the cousin's age. So whatever the cousin's age is, we're going to add 5 to find Claire's age. Let's look at Diego. Diego has 3 times as many comic books as Han. How many comic books does Diego have if Han has? Okay. So he has 3 times as many. We would represent that as 3 times X, the number of comic books. So I'm going to substitute this value of 10 in for that X. 3 times 10. I'm going to write this one as 3 times 27. You got it. And here, 3 times, what's my X? N. So now let's solve all 3 of those. 3 times 10 is 30. That tells us that Diego has 30 comic books. 3 times 27, 3 times 7 is 21. Regroup, 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 more is 8. Oops, I wrote that backwards. So 81 comic books. And 3 times n simplifies to 3n because we just squish them together. Our last problem is a little more difficult, and I'm going to have you try putting in the work part on your own. 2/5 of the vegetables in Priya's garden are tomatoes. So I know that 2/5 of the garden, and we can see that we're using X for the garden. I'm going to do 2/5 times X is what we're focusing on. We do 20 times, oh, sorry, I did it backwards. What comes first? The 2/5. So 2/5 times 20, 2/5 times 30, 2/5 times X. Now, we know that when we're working with fractions, we have to put a denominator under whole numbers. What would that denominator be? 1, you've got it. So then we multiply numerator times numerator. 2 times 20 is 40. 5 times 1 is 5. 40 divided by 5 is 8. There are 8 tomatoes. Same thing here. 2/5 times 31 equals 2. Nope. 2 times 30 is 60. 5 times 1 is 5. And we can simplify 65ths by dividing 60 by the 5. 5 times what gives me 60? 12. So 5 times 12 is 60. Our last one, 2/5 X, we write 2/5 X, and we're done. Below, you're going to work on practice. A is 5, B is 2. You're going to substitute it in all the way down, and then do the same down here. There's also some IXL for you to do. What I'd like you to do is do them from here, and you can check them off on your IXL list. Great job, guys. Thank you.